In this video, you're going to learn and use a very simple process of how not to let fear stop you in your life. Now, being afraid of something that didn't happen yet, this is what makes us human. Animals don't have it. Animals are not afraid of what might happen. They might be afraid right now from an immediate danger, but they don't think about the future and they are not worried about it. But us humans, we do that. So when we're afraid of things that didn't happen yet, like fear of failure, fear of success, fear of being rejected, fear of being not good enough, those fears many times stop us from actually reaching for our goals, even acting to reach out to our goals and creating our ideal life. So in this video, you're going to learn a step-by-step process, which when you're using it, you can let go and get rid of any fear that stops you in your life. So this is going to be a working video, so you'll need to do some work. You need a pen and paper and preferably the PDF or the printout of the PDF. That the link is in the description below this video. And if you need a moment to go get them, stop the video, pause the video, go get them, and I'll wait. Hey, you're back. Great. Now, you need to understand that everyone faces fear. Everyone experiences fear. It's just that successful people face their fears and do it anyway. And that's what you're going to learn in this video. You're going to learn to face your fear and do it anyway. Ready? Let's go for it. Step number 1, acknowledge your fear. Even if you do just this and right now turn off the video and go away, you already achieved something that most people never do. Most people, when they are facing a fear, I don't want to know it. They are trying to put their heads in the sand. They don't want to notice it. They don't want to acknowledge it. Many times they just are not aware of it. So by you just willing to acknowledge your fear, you're already taking a big step forward. So let's do that. I'm going to give you right now 1 minute and pick up one fear that you want to work on and just acknowledge it by writing it down. What is it that you're afraid of? You have 1 minute for that, starting now. And now the second part is feel the fear. So you acknowledge the fear, and that's great, but you're still afraid of it. Or maybe you're embarrassed of it. So right now what I'm going to ask you to do is to repeat the following sentence after me 3 times. There is nothing wrong with having this fear. There is nothing wrong with having this fear. There is nothing wrong with having this fear. And now I'm going to give you 60 seconds to just close your eyes and feel the fear. It's okay. Just let it come, and if it's overtaking you a little bit, that's also okay. If it's just there in the background, that's okay. But for 60 seconds, give it space. Allow yourself to feel the fear. 60 seconds. Experience it fully. Notice that it might not be as bad as you think. Your fear is maybe a part of you, but it doesn't control you. Just allow yourself to feel. All right, and the next one is you want to ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? And when you answer that, when you're actually writing down the answer, you'll notice that it's many times not as bad as it seems. So let's take a couple of examples. Let's say that you're afraid of failing in your business. It can happen. Okay. So what's the worst that can happen? You'll start another business, or maybe you'll go get a job. Okay. You'd moved on. You'd leave. Or are you afraid of being rejected by someone who is important for you? Okay. What's the worst that can happen? All right, so you'll stay alone, you'll lick your wounds, and you'll start again looking for somebody else. You'll move on. You'd leave. Or maybe you're afraid to go broke. Well, what's the worst that can happen? So you'll cut your expenses. Maybe you'll need to ask your friends for help. Maybe you'll need to ask your family to take you in for a little bit. You'll find another way to make money. You'd move on. You'd leave. So write down what is the worst thing that can happen if this fear that you have will actually manifest itself. Take 1 minute for that right now. And the next part in the process is just do it. Remember, face the fear and do it anyway. So all you have to do is just do it. Imagine that you're on the top of a cliff and or on top of a waterfall and you're having this wonderful pool underneath it and you need to jump. It's scary, but all you have to do is jump. And when you do that, it's exciting, it's exhilarating. That's all you have to do. So now I'm going to give you 1 minute to write down what are you going to do in spite of the fear. And when are you going to do it? 1 minute. Great, fantastic to have your commitment. So the next part is plan to win. You need to create for yourself a kind of a battle plan or an action plan. How are you going to create success? So what is it that you need to learn? What is it that you need to practice? What is it that you need to master in order to create that success in your life? So I was terrified of doing this kind of videos. I'm very good usually in speaking in front of groups and in public and everything. But as soon as I'm seeing this phone or camera that is in front of me and there's nobody else there, I'm getting like, I'm not like this. All right. So I needed to learn how to structure my videos, for example. And I needed to practice and practice and practice one video after another video after another video. This video is probably number 350 or more that I'm doing. And I'm still practicing. I'm still not great at that, but it's getting better. Okay, it's getting better. So what is your plan to learn, practice, and master? You have 1 minute. Write it down. Next part in the process is be in the moment. Almost all the fears that you can consider are somewhere in the future. They are not right now. So when the fear is in the future, if you can bring your thoughts, if you can bring your focus, if you can bring everything that you're doing into the present time, then where's the fear? It's somewhere there. So when I'm scared that I will need to record this video and I'm nervous because I'm not sure that I will do that good and I'm, don't really know how to do that, what I will do is I will just take myself down to the room where I'm filming and start setting it up. So I need to set my microphone, which you cannot see, and I need to set the recorder and the phone and everything. And when I'm busy actually doing, where's the fear? It disappeared. You need to bring yourself into the present moment. So right now, take 1 minute to write for yourself. How can you bring yourself into the present moment when you're worried? That's all. 1 minute. And the next part in the process is take small steps. Everything that you're trying to do, every big success that you want to create or your ideal life, it looks like big and overwhelming. But if you can break it to only the one small step to start with, then that's your start. And then take one small baby step. Take a step that you know that you can be successful at. Then do it, achieve the success, and take the next baby step. That's all. Okay? Every big project looks very, very big until you break it into small steps. For example, I wrote quite a lot of books in my life. And every time that I'm thinking at the beginning that, wow, I need to write this another 200-page book, which is about 60,000 words, that's a lot. That's quite a big project. So what I developed long time ago is a system where I'm breaking down every single book into short, small pieces of writing, about 5 minutes each. Okay, 5 minutes of writing, each one of them. So this is a baby step that is very, very easy to do. I'm doing it, successful, and then I move to the next one. And what I discovered over the years that all my book, all of them, every single one of my books, I managed to write in less than 28 days, which most accomplished authors will never achieve. Why? Because I broke it down into small baby steps and I do one after another. And now take 1 minute to write down for yourself what are baby steps that you can take next time that you're overwhelmed. 1 minute. And the next one is celebrate every single success. Every time that you do something right, celebrate it. Even if it's the smallest tiny step. And use that energy, that joy, that victory, that success feeling, and use it in order to propel you, in order to be successful or to take the next step in the process. Clear? Wonderful. So now take 1 minute and let me know in the comment box below what is your biggest takeaway from this lesson and what is your commitment to do about it. Remember, concrete and specific. 1 minute, I'll wait. Wow, you're a superhero. You did that, and from now on, fears are nothing to you. The next video in the program is right here, and until we meet again, live fully, stay awesome. From Nisandeh.